What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Bies. I'm a wife, a mom, a military veteran, a certified personal trainer, and I spent 13 and a half years in multi-level marketing. I healed my way out, and now I'm using all of my social media platforms to educate and raise awareness around the dangers of multi-level marketing companies and the tactics used by the reps. Today is going to be a little bit different of a video. The person that I am going to be reacting to their video is not considered a public figure, so I have asked Ava to blur her face. And I really want this to be a compassionate conversation. I really want this to be a message to people in multi-level marketing that think that they're being successful, that think that they're making progress. But deep down, when they turn their phone off at night, they get in bed and they're like, what am I doing? This video is for you. This video is for the people that have been victimized by multi-level marketing. I'm hoping at the end of this that we can have a conversation through the comments and people can say, I felt this way too, or share their experience. And ultimately, I just want people to know that they're not alone. If you have been victimized by a multi-level marketing company, by an upline, I just want you to know that you're not alone. So I want this to be a cautionary, respectful tale. And I also want it to be a place where we can have a conversation in the comments. So now that you guys know my intentions for this video, because it is going to feel a little bit different, let's get into it.
Good morning. How are my TikTok people today? I'm not too bad for a Thursday.
She's definitely Canadian. Shout out to my Canadians, eh?
Hey, last August, I seen a lady come across TikTok and she said to write 10 things down and if something you want to manifest throughout the year, and then go back and read it exactly the same day a year later. Put a memo in your phone, whatever. So I haven't looked in August because that's when she hit the fan in my life, and that's my sister being ill. So I'm going to read to you the 10 things that I wrote and to see what happened. So first thing I wrote was you had to start every sentence with I'm so happy and grateful for, or to. So I wrote, my first thing was, I'm so happy and grateful to have a successful business. That didn't happen. Not for a chance. I'm so happy and grateful for the extra money, $3,000 a month, and I'm so happy and grateful to be at rank 3. So that's when I was selling the ketones. I haven't sold the ketones for 8 months. My big success in the business, I made $1,117.11 in 1 year.
I think these stories are so important. I think pointing out that Pruvit hasn't put out an income disclosure statement in the last couple years, if I recall correctly, I think that that is insanely important. This is somebody that is a survivor of this. This is somebody that is, in my opinion, super brave and sharing her story so that others don't fall victim to this. I don't know if she realizes that that's what she's doing, but in my opinion, I feel like that's what this person is doing. I also am so glad. I mean, I'm not glad that she got roped into this, but I'm glad that she has done the math to see what she made in an entire year. And if that's you, if you're in a multi-level marketing company, you're like, oh, but I'm making money. But are you? Have you done a profit and loss statement? Have you looked at the numbers, what you're spending versus what's coming in, if anything? If not, let this be a sign for you to do that. You can be upset about me covering this. You can be upset about my channel. You can be upset about my content. I get it. But if nothing else, do a profit and loss statement. Look at what you're spending versus what is coming in. What are you spending on the products? What are you spending on all of the apps? What are you spending on the event tickets? What are you spending for this business? And by the way, you signed a contract that says you're an independent contractor. You're not a business owner. You're somebody that it has signed up to be a contracted worker for the company.
We had people selling the product that were making $1 million a year, and I couldn't even make $100 a week.
Right, because that's how these companies are designed. There's very few people that are making millions of dollars, especially now in Pruvit. And I think that's why we don't have a current income disclosure statement, is because those numbers are dropping. Their revenue has been dropping for several years, year after year. We've seen people leave the company. We have seen people that were in the top in the company go to other companies. We know that it's only a matter of time. So it breaks my heart that she thinks all these people are making millions of dollars. Why can't I make $100? Because the money that she was spending was funding the lifestyle of her upline. That's not me jabbing her. That's just how the compensation plan works. That's how the compensation plan in a lot of these companies work. And I just hate that it feels like she is shouldering this. This is not for her to shoulder. She was a victim, in my opinion.
My struggle with selling the product that I was selling was pricing and maybe lack of consistency on my part to do everything. But even then, the conversations I had always ended in your product is too expensive for what you get.
Agreed. 100%. It is far too expensive. And there's also not any scientific evidence on Pruvit's ketones that backs up what they claim that it does. I have done tons of videos on Pruvit because I was in Pruvit. That was the last company that I was in, and I left in summer of 2021. So there's no scientific evidence that proves that their product does what they claim it does. It is very, very, very expensive. But I don't know if you guys caught what she just said. But she just mentioned, well, I probably wasn't doing everything that I was supposed to. That is victim blaming and shaming that is built into these uplines strategies, in my opinion. They use these things in order to get people to think that they are the problem. This individual is not the problem. I'm not saying she did everything right. I have no idea because I don't know who this person is. I just know that somebody sent me this video and immediately I felt compassionate for her because she signed up, it sounds like, to be successful. She wanted to make some extra money and she got roped into it and realized after spending probably a lot of money that that wasn't going to be the case. The uplines will use that kind of tactic to get people to do what they want them to do. And you start doing what they want you to do, they move the goalpost. Because when you stop having success or when you never have success and they're like, okay, but now you need to do this. Oh, but have you gone live every day? What about this? And what about that? There's constantly new things that are being thrown on your plate, none of which you're getting paid for. And you buying the product, your upline is benefiting financially off of it. It's sick.
So I can't change the price. It wasn't mine to change. I was just selling the product. It's hopefully to make a little few dollars. And I make $2. Not a freaking $1,100 in 1 year. That's what I made. And when I looked at that, I went, you know what? For everything I did to earn that, I think the people that did buy the product, some of them tried them just to see what I was talking about. But I think in the end, it was just basically sympathy buying. And frankly, I didn't need that.
Well, maybe it was sympathy buying. I don't know. I do know in Pruvit, there are many teams or former teams that would coach people to reach out to their 3 closest friends or family members. You know, Nick Martinez talked about the lifeboat example you have, or a life preserver example. You have 3 life preservers who are, you know, and the ship is going down, ironic. Who are you throwing these to first? And those are the people that you call and use this script with your upline on. So that is something that is taught. And it's not just Pruvit that does that. There are a lot of MLM companies that want to get an easy win. So they use your relationship with family members or friends to get people to sign up without a lot of pushback because they love and respect you. That's what they say. You know, who can you call that loves and respects you enough to support you in this? I think Eric Worre says that. So that is part of the manipulation in all of this.
And that hurts. What I got as response when I tried to get people to share what I was doing was, your product is too expensive. I can't afford it. And I said, okay, can you share what I'm doing? Even though you can't afford it, because that's what they tell you in business. Share, share, share. Somebody out there wants to see what the I'm doing. Apparently not. Want to know what an answer I got? I can't afford it, neither can my friends, so I won't share what you're doing. Hurt? Have no idea. But, well...
I mean, I think that's fair, though. I think it's fair for people to say this is so much money, especially the price for people in Canada. It's outrageous. I mean, I know that that's hurtful because she more than likely was being coached to reach out to people that love and respect her enough to say yes. And they're saying, hey, we don't have enough money. And she's taking that personally because that's how she's been coached. That's just my opinion. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments.
We'll move on from there because that brings on my tears. The next one. I'm so happy and grateful for bathroom and laundry room renovations. That's not going on. I don't even know how I'm going to get it doing now, unless I can borrow the money to do it. But it's not going to get done. I am not working it now. I am taking care of my sister. I am so happy and grateful that Austin is happy and healthy. He's not always happy, but he's healthy, and that I'm grateful for. I am so happy and grateful for my marriage. That I am. We're still together. It's a good thing.
I love that.
I'm so happy and healthy. I'm so happy and healthy and grateful to be smoke-free. Since I found out my sister is going downhill and only has roughly 5 years to live, I've been smoking a lot more.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so happy and grateful to be going on a trip somewhere hot. That didn't happen either. If you call hot being in my kayaking on the river, well, I did get somewhere, I guess.
That sounds pretty cool.
I'm so happy and grateful to love myself completely. Pretty much there. 60 pound down, year and a half of keeping it off. I think I'm doing pretty good, and I'm not drinking the ketones anymore. I just exercise and watch what I eat.
Can I just say that I love the fact that out of all of this, that is the thing that she smiled the biggest talking about, her love of herself and the fact that she lost 60 pounds, changing how she was eating. I think she said exercising there, and then she said, and I'm not drinking the ketones anymore. Girl, yes. Congratulations to you. I love that.
I'm so happy and grateful to have my close friends. That is always going to be a given for me. I only have a few friends that are really close, and I cherish every one of them. I'm so happy and grateful to run a 5 or a 10K. I did get a 5K, and even though I didn't run most of it,
that's awesome.
Of a bum knee,
you still completed it. Congrats. That's awesome.
And actually not being able to be there to do the 5K, so I had to do it remotely. So I did it and told my friends that I did it, but it was frustrating not to actually be there physically to do it. But
you did it.
My sister is more important than me doing a 5K run. So I did this all a year ago, and out of that, 1, 2, 4 things out of 10 are good. The rest didn't happen. You know, talk about doing business online and trying to make money. I don't think it's my freaking thing. You know, you got to do a lot to be consistent. It takes 3 to 4 years before anybody even jumps in and wants in. And frankly, I just like to find something that I can do on the side myself without having to have social media to jump through hoops, stand on my head with something on my leg spinning around, or, you know, spend hours videotaping stuff to get, and then finding time to edit it and everything else. My videos on here aren't going to be freaking edited. I don't have the freaking time of day nor the freaking talent to do it. Some days I might if I put some effort into it, but you know what? I'm not here to impress anybody. I am not here to tell anybody what to do. I'm not here selling you a business. I just want to be who I am and maybe work my way up to being better at the social media thing.
Oh, I love this. First of all, as I'm watching this, do you remember when I can't remember her name right now? Melody. I think it's Melody. I'm so sorry. I can't remember her name, but I reacted to her doing, basically recounting how much money she has spent on Scentsy candles. And as I was watching it, I was like, just make your own wax melts. Oh my God, you would be amazing at this. She's actually going to be sending me some, which is exciting. And I'm going to share that with you guys here. So I'm very excited about that. I think her name is Melody, and I can't believe that I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry. That is not on purpose. As I'm watching her and listening to her, can y'all imagine if she did honest product reviews online? She would be fantastic at it because she's honest. You know, she's real. She's not going to sugarcoat it. You can tell. I don't know. As I'm watching this, I'm like, okay, so this social media thing, we can definitely learn. If I can learn it, you know, as a Gen X Taurus, you know, I think a lot of people can. And I just think she would be so good at that. I do want to talk about how she was mentioning, you know, having to do all of these things online, jumping through hoops in order to make money. And I think we should distinguish between trying to make money in an MLM company online and other ways to make money. I know that's two very generic categories, but I think that we see people in multi-level marketing get away from that term and call it network marketing, social sharing. We even see them calling it affiliate marketing. I think that she would be fantastic at affiliate marketing, a product that's backed by science or a service that she likes. She's reviewing it. She's sharing it. I hope she sees this. She is sharing her affiliate link. Do you guys remember the game Fact or Crap? I don't know if y'all remember. She could do a whole series on, let's see if this product is fact or crap. And she can review the product and it can become this whole thing. I think it would be hilarious. I think she would be phenomenal at it. You wouldn't need to do a whole lot of editing, really. So, she'd be good in that department. I don't know. I think it would be awesome. You guys let me know what you think, but I love her personality. I love her delivery. I know she's upset. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, she's so funny and this and that. You can tell she's upset and also valid. But I could see her doing this and people trusting her because she is such a straight shooter when she's communicating, I don't know. Somebody send this to her.
I am an introvert. I am home a lot. I spend a lot of time by myself. I'm not out there socializing with everybody in the world here. I spend most of my time alone. So for me to get online and to make all these new friends and talk to everybody, it's just not my forte.
And exhausting.
Come here, I'll talk your freaking ear off. Don't get you wrong. And I'll be stupid and I'll be goofy and everything else. I am fun, don't get me wrong. But I'm not here. It just means like I've got to force all of this out when I go online. And when I think about it and I want to post it, I overthink it and think nobody's going to want to see it. Due to my tried affiliate marketing, I did do the network marketing with the ketones and neither one of them worked.
I would love to know more about her affiliate marketing, what she did, how she presented. I don't know anything about that, but I would love to know more about that because maybe I could help,
Dekegging machine over there. My water machine by my sink. I've had it.
She bought a $5,000 water filter. I hate it here.
Since 2018, we never sold a one. We never got anybody in on the team. My husband and I both did it. High ticket item, $5,000. I can sell one. Ketones, $147, $150 a box. Couldn't sell that. I couldn't even sell free on the internet. I had a resource group. It was free to get in. Every Friday I posted about having, a chance to win free ketones.
I don't think that this is your fail. I think, one, we know too much about the tactics that people in multi-level marketing are taught to use. The Facebook group, the free thing to get people into the group, knowing that on the back end, you're going to be pitched whatever the thing is, the Pruvit ketones in this case. I don't think this is on her. I do think that she was doing what she was taught to do. And that is just, one, it's kind of outdated, but two, it's also extremely predatory. It's an example of a bait and switch. So once people get into the group and they realize, wait a second, now there's just a bunch of sales information. I'm not saying that's what she did in her group, but typically, they start promoting sales and all of that stuff for their products in those groups. So to me, she sounds like somebody, I'm going to use their term, which is so cringy, but to me, it sounds like she was coachable. But what she was being taught was not the right information. I guess that's how I want to say that, because people in multi-level marketing will try to disguise what they're doing with some kind of a promo or a challenge or a free tool. I'm going to throw this out there. I don't believe in this, but you get my 5-day fasting kit or whatever, fasting document, or my key to macros or whatever. They throw that out there so that they get people's emails or they get them into the group. And then that's when they start getting pitched. So I just think that there's too much information out there. People are so sick of these types of bait and switching. I don't know, but people are sick of it. People just want the information. They want to be able to access the information instantly. They don't want to have to go into a group and watch a video to find out what's going on. Just give it to them straight. And she would be great at that. She would be great at product reviews for products that she's getting for free. I think she'd be phenomenal at that.
I didn't sell the free ketones. The company provided them. And I could never get anybody to bite at all.
And what she's talking about is the Freebie Friday promos. I don't know if Pruvit still does it, but you used to have to watch one of their YouTube videos from one of the doctors, and you would have to figure out the missing word in the question, and you had to comment it, and then they would randomly pick people and they would send out free ketones. Again, a little bit, I don't even know that that's a bait and switch. People figured that out. People understood what was going on. They were like, no, thanks. No, thank you. Again, that's not her fault. That was a Pruvit thing.
I got mostly on social media doing business online was a thumbs up job. So you know what? When you realize you only do a thumbs up job, get the fuck out. Don't bother. Nobody wants to see you. Nobody wants to be part of you. Move on. I'm pretty easy at seeing that. I'm very bad at looking at things outside the box from every freaking angle. And with my inconsistency on the internet, not having any conversations, not trying to find trying to find groups that are in like-minded. Well, my like-minded was 50 people and over, crafting, doing this, doing that. I did 90 days of workouts online at the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, you know. Every video I put out there, if you catch me live, press number 1. If you catch me on a replay, press number 2. Do you think I got any number 2s? No. No, there's a whack of people that watch the video, but obviously they didn't even get to that point. It was even one day my youngest watched one of my videos and I was fabulously excited. Oh my God, Dylan, you watched one of my videos. Thank you. He goes, oh, I just watched it, Mom. I didn't watch it all. I just watched it for a few minutes so you can get a view count. No, thanks.
I mean, that's supportive though, them watching your video. I just think that she was roped into this to prove it. I wonder if she was told, this is so easy. Just find some things that you can do live, go live every day, find some groups that you can, you know, build some relationships with people, interact, send friend requests. None of that, as far as the groups, is authentic. None of that feels right. If you're going to go into somebody else's group and you're going to become friends online with somebody or send all these friends, and I'm not saying she did this. If you're in an MLM and you're being taught to do that, I just think that that is so gross. That is so predatory. I don't know what else to call it, you know, predatory, because it's like you're forcing a friendship on somebody in somebody else's group to try and sell them Pruvit ketones, because there's always a hidden agenda. You're not just trying to, you know, become friends and spend time with people. You're not just trying to see, okay, well, this person lives in my area. Maybe we have similar interests or whatever. No, this is somebody that the ultimate goal is to sell them Pruvit ketones or to recruit them. That's always the goal. So the fact that she was being taught to go into these other groups, and more than likely that was probably what she was attempting to do or was taught to do, these things are not authentic.
Thanks a lot. So, you know, when you did this and your family's not even behind you, my boys didn't share anything I did. They barely commented on anything I did. My husband, you know, I say, you're going to share what I'm doing? Yeah, I'm trying to share whatever I can.
Maybe they felt uncomfortable. Maybe they saw it for what it is. And in my opinion, it's a scam. Maybe they didn't feel comfortable sharing that with their friends on their social media. I don't think that's anything against you. And maybe this is just where she's at in her healing journey. For me, when I got out, the guilt that I experienced, knowing that I participated in this stuff, knowing that at the time I thought I was helping people and I was actually hurting people, that took a long time to work through. A long time. And so maybe this is just where she's at in her healing journey. Maybe she's angry. I don't know, because I don't know her. But I feel like that anger is valid. It's just kind of a part of the process of deprogramming and understanding what happened. And ultimately, I hope that if she happens to see this video, I hope that she, one, realizes that she's not alone, but two, understands that this isn't her failure. Pruvit was designed, in my opinion, to fail people just like this. And I hope she sees it, and I hope she realizes it. And also, I hope she does product reviews, because I think I would watch it. Would you guys watch it? Because I think she'd be so honest and refreshing. Oh,
I would share my little posts, but he didn't share my lives. He didn't share anything that I was doing, live videos or any videos or cooking videos. They wouldn't share any of that. They share whatever they felt like sharing. So you know what? When you didn't even have the support of your family, you kind of give up.
well, that's because a lot of people in multi-level marketing think that they can operate a business off of their friends and family. A lot of people are taught to do that. A lot of people are taught to talk to their closest people. And it's scary because that can damage relationships, because you're putting that friend or that family member in a really uncomfortable position to say no or to say yes, or to be scared to say no because they love and respect you and They want to support you, but they're uncomfortable. It's just not a situation that you want to be in. But unfortunately, a lot of these companies put people in those situations. I'm not just talking about her, but I'm also talking about, friends and family that she probably pitched ketones to as well.
Give up. So this didn't work out very well for me. And I know it's taken me 3 more months than I should have to read it, but
I think she did exactly the right thing by crumpling up that piece of paper, and I hope she has thrown it in the trash. These affirmations that she is doing, in my opinion, are a way for uplines to control people's behaviors. Whether we're talking about a morning routine, whether we're talking about going live every day, a certain amount of conversations, mindset, journaling, or whatever, I think all of these are, not all of them, I think a lot of them could be really cool tools if it was part of your spiritual practice that you did on your own. But in MLMs, they teach those things in order to control the behavior of the people in their downline. They teach those things and then come from a place of where everything is considered content. Those things should be kept private. For example, like Courtney and her spiritual fast, that was just an extended fast. That was a wild time. Check out my Pruvit playlist. It's linked below if you want to hear more about that. Also, I can't wait to see you this weekend. Kelsey Ray, Eric, Courtney, I guess Eric Worry's going to be there at the event. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. Okay, anyways, I just feel like those things should be private. But everything is content when you're in an MLM. So oftentimes you'll see people journaling or sharing their affirmations, and those things should be private. But it's a way for these people to be controlled by their upline and by the company, in my opinion. I think affirmations are fantastic. I think if you're sharing it on social media to try and rope people into an MLM, not so fantastic.
I think I just have bad juju and I have to struggle through everything I do. And I think that's what the universe wants from me.
No.
They've never made my life easy, and why should I think it should be easy now? So if any one of you guys have ever done one of these intention things, let me know how it worked for you. It sure didn't work for me. Have a nice freaking day.
Oh, man. Rough. I think this is somebody that has been victimized. She was in a Nagic. She was in Pruvit. She was clearly taken advantage of. I don't think the universe wants her to struggle. I think that these uplines have capitalized on her not making any money, and she's angry, and she is valid in that anger. I really do hope that this person can find her way without looking at multi-level marketing. I really hope that her sister is doing well as she can be doing from what she shared. I hope that she's getting the support that she needs. I hope that she's able to find somebody maybe that she can talk to about this that is familiar with multi-level marketing, a therapist or something like that. But like I've said a couple times, I think she would be phenomenal at like a brutally honest product review. Is it fact? Is it crap? I think it would be hilarious. And if it's an affiliate thing that is a good product, she could make some extra income from home, minimal editing. And I would watch it. I would subscribe for sure. So anyways, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you watching all the way through. Let this be a warning sign. This isn't just her story. There's a lot of people that experience this same kind of thing in multi-level marketing, thinking that they're going to make some extra income from home, thinking that this is the way out, thinking that their product is the most amazing thing. And half of the time, if not more, in my opinion, these companies don't have any scientific evidence that the products do what they even claim to do. So don't fall for it. Stay skeptical. Don't get scammed. If you love today's video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the join button. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.